find yourself saying whenever you see Rumi, I will be your protector?
Oh my
Doesn't it make you want to sing that song? Yeah.
Imagine being in a schoolroom like with these children, you're reading to them, and you get the news that America's under attack.
It's so many never before seen images that will shock you. Every black family that is raising a boy and a girl, they need to watch this series.
Welcome to Popcorn and Champagne, where your favorite flicks meet your favorite critics. We're serving bold takes, real laughs, and the kind of commentary that pairs perfectly with popcorn and a glass of champagne.
I'm Toni.
I'm Tiff, and this is Popcorn and Champagne. Each episode, we're breaking down what's streaming, what's trending, and what's totally binge-worthy. From reality TV mess to Oscar-worthy moments. We've got the receipts, the reactions, and the real talk. So grab your popcorn, pour your bubbly, and get ready because it's time to sip, stream, and spill. Let's get into it.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Popcorn and Champagne.
Yes, guys, we're coming at you with what's popping. The hottest tour that's going on right now is Beyonce.
And no, it's the Rumi Carter tour.
Listen.
It's the Rumi Carter tour.
Yes, it's no more Blue Ivy.
No,
right?
no, it's Rumi.
Rumi is popping all over the stage.
I know, I love it.
And that woman that's watching her is getting paid she's
She
working
deserves it. She deserves it. It was one time Rumi threw the hat and the woman tried to catch it. It just did not.
And the woman just said, just go on.
Yeah, it was so funny.
Yeah.
But do you find yourself saying whenever you see Rumi, I will be your protector?
Oh my
Doesn't it make you want to sing that song? Yeah, it does.
Yes, and then Blue Ivy being the big sister,
and
taming her and making sure, okay, let's go on. Let's move stage left. But yeah, no, she's super cute. She's really bringing in the crowd.
I agree.
But I don't know. She seems like she's getting bored now with it.
Yeah, I think like the first day of the job, she was so excited. Now, you know what? She's a star. She's been doing it. You know, she's used to it now.
Right.
But yeah, I agree. She does seem as if she's getting a little bored with it.
And I hear the concert is amazing.
I heard it was amazing too. Kudos. Shout out to Beyonce. Honey, she is doing it.
She must need some bills paid.
Golly, I don't know. Maybe, but
that's a lot of work.
Tons of work.
Yeah.
Tons of work. And then there was one time she was selling her cologne or her perfume and social media went crazy because they were like, Beyonce, read the room because you're asking for too much for this perfume.
$1,000 a ticket.
Yeah.
You want me to buy your perfume? And she has a liquor, right? Or
she's got a bourbon.
It's a bourbon of some
She
sort.
is the biggest star ever.
Yeah.
I mean, she's Michael Jackson status. Don't you think?
Absolutely.
Don't you think, like, who's the male?
What do you think about Tay-Tay?
Who's Tay-Tay? I'm sorry, I don't know who that is. Who's Tay-Tay?
Taylor Swift. That's what her man calls her.
Taylor is not Michael Jackson.
No.
Taylor's not Michael Jackson.
She just bought the rights to
her own music, right? Now, Chris Brown, he's the closest to Michael Jackson right
which
now.
He's on tour.
He's on tour.
I love him. I've seen him 3 times. He's amazing.
I've seen him only once.
Okay.
He is amazing.
He is.
I wish the kid would get a break.
I know.
I wish the kid would get a break. What did you do stupid at 19?
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm saying, give the kid a freaking break. He is the greatest dancer, singer, R&B right now of our time.
That's right.
Give the kid a break.
Well, his bank account ain't breaking, so
no, it's not.
He's doing just fine.
Yes, he is. But I want him to like chill on the trouble because I think he did get into a little something in London. But no. Let me be fair about that because his people should have known something would have popped off before he got there.
Because he's got a little temper, doesn't he?
Yeah, but it's something that happened not recently.
Oh, this was some time ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
So I don't know. But kudos. Shout out to Chris Brown. Chris Brown, hey. Want to be a protector? Now it's time for Champagne Reels.
Yes. What are we getting into?
This is Basketball Wives, season 12, VH1. So I have been not watching Basketball Wives for several years.
So I've watched every season.
Yeah. It started getting ratchet to me,
okay,
and I couldn't do it anymore. So I lost interest in it. I recently picked it back up.
Yeah.
When I left, Jennifer and Evelyn were friends.
That's right. They
and
were.
And now they're like enemies.
Mm-hmm. All because Jennifer's husband is a little scam.
Is he?
A little bit. He's a little suspect.
Okay.
And Evelyn found out of a close friend of hers that had dealings with Jennifer's husband, that she claims that he scammed her out of $1,500.
That he scammed Evelyn out of $1,500.
No, the friend of Evelyn.
$1,500?
$1,500.
Okay.
And it was basically, I guess he's real heavy into Bitcoin and crypto and, all this stuff. And the $1,500, I think, out the gate is like his fee to kind of guide you and show you. And if it doesn't work for you, you don't get your money back.
Okay.
And so Evelyn kind of twisted and turned and said he stole the money from her and scammed her.
Okay.
So, but Jennifer seems very happy. I mean, they had this huge ceremony in Paris, but it wasn't legal. So when they came back to the United States, well, first of all, he was on parole. So he has a record.
Okay.
I think there's a little racketeering in there or something. But I don't think he might have served some time back in the day when he was younger. But I think he's on parole right now. And so when he went to Paris, something with that, they could not make that legal. But they came back to the States and had this janky ceremony in Vegas where she did the whole
Elvis. It was like a little person Elvis or something, right?
I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I thought her dress was beautiful.
Now, who is the auntie that is like really coming for Evelyn?
Yeah, it's girl. It's
Okay,
just
but
all for TV.
It is, but I'll tell you what made me sad. What made me sad was Jackie Christie and her daughter getting into it. I mean, that was really heartbreaking to see them having a public dispute in front of everybody.
Yeah.
But what it also shows, because, I've always said that reality TV brings more of a spotlight to issues that were already there.
That's right.
In a family. So,
and Jackie has a history of not treating her children the best.
Really?
Yeah, well, she has two daughters. So Shani and the other brother by Doug, they were all raised together. So Jackie had another child before Doug.
Oh, okay.
And she's a little bit older. And it was almost like when she met Doug, she forgot about that daughter.
Okay.
So there was some tension between her and the daughter because basically she was like, when you got this new family, you forgot about me.
I can see that. I can see Jackie doing that.
I mean,
I can see that.
These pretty, beautiful children, she's married to Doug, and I don't know, maybe the other daughter was a reminder of something in her past, but still, that's no excuse.
You can't do that. Yeah.
So it came out on the show that, with a horrible mother she was. Yeah. So
awful.
And you can tell that Shani, that's what she calls her,
right.
Chantel, she keeps her at bay because she got married, didn't tell Jackie about it. These children that she has by this NBA player, she doesn't really let Jackie keep the babies. She's just like in control of everything and watches her mother very closely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's some pent up aggression there with the two.
Well, I think what got me was when Jackie said to her, "Don't be calling my husband."
Yeah.
That felt detaching to me because her husband is Shani's dad, Doug Christie.
That's right.
So how can you say, "Don't call my husband"? It seems detaching to me. I didn't like that.
No, she has a jealous, selfish spirit,
yeah.
I feel. And it's the same with her relationships with the women
girls
on the show.
Yeah.
Sometimes she's hot, sometimes she's cold.
Right.
Sometimes she'll pop off, sometimes she want to hug you and buy you a Louis Vuitton. Like she's just all over the place.
Yeah.
So yeah, I hate to see that play out. I think I actually like Chantel on the show. I think she's a good addition.
Okay.
I think she's a lot like her mother.
You've said that. Yeah, you said that.
And Shani's making her little appearance.
Yeah, and everybody bows down to Shani, right?
She's writing them checks.
Yeah.
So, what about Brandy? What do you think about her?
I think Brandy is absolutely beautiful. I think she's stunningly gorgeous.
She is gorgeous.
I think she's gotten some work done. but it works for her.
Yeah.
But I think she's beautiful. I think I read somewhere or I heard something that she may not be coming back. I don't know.
Okay.
Or she wasn't at the reunion.
Well, it's not
something.
the first time she's left.
Yeah, she was on a while ago and came back, left and came back.
She did. Well, Shawnee actually told her, she showed her the door.
I think I remember seeing that.
Yeah.
You may go, your services are no longer needed, or was it something like that?
Yep. So, I don't know what's going on because the season's still going on TV. So maybe something happened. I don't know.
Okay.
And then what about Brittany Reiner?
Brittany Reiner. Now, Brittany Reiner is like, she's with Kevin Gates now. But Brittany Reiner, wasn't she like a good time girl?
Yes.
Okay.
So she was like a kind of a video girl, I
yeah,
guess?
or
Does that
like,
still exist?
I don't know. Or she like took
But she's
advantage.
an Instagram girl.
Yeah, but she took advantage of athletes or something.
Yeah. Well, she had a baby by this one guy. And they were always fighting over, I think, child support and him spending time with the child and all that. Well, now she's Muslim. She's seriously, like, she is all over the place. And she just married Kevin Gates.
So they're married now?
But they're getting a divorce. They were only married like 2 months. Barely.
Okay.
It's very strange. She's very strange. I want to like her, but I don't know. She just flips and switches up stuff.
Yeah.
When she came, I was just like, okay, she's Muslim now, but which is
No, she
nothing against being Muslim.
No, not at all.
But she said that basically that's kind of saved her life, and she prays.
Good for her. Whatever works for you. Yeah.
But
good for her. Good for her.
That's her story now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm tuning in. I've been a fan of this show for years, ever since it started.
I'm shocked that I'm back watching it. I was captivated by it, but I don't know.
What about Evelyn's daughter having a baby by
The Game? Didn't Evelyn mess with The Game? Wasn't it a rumor for that?
She might have. Think how long The Game has been around. Anyway, yeah, it's drama, y'all. But I like it.
It's a lot. It's a lot. All right. So now it's time for American Manhunt. Osama bin Laden. This is on Netflix. It is a 3-part documentary that chronicles the decade-long hunt for Osama bin Laden. I loved this.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Was it 10 years?
Yes. I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it. So following 9/11, everything changed in America.
That's right.
And it's like, you can ask your parents. I can ask my dad, where were you when JFK? You know what I mean? Where were you in 9/11? You know where you were in 9/11.
I do. And I hadn't left for work yet. And I was watching TV. And I remember thinking, oh, my God, that plane, that was a terrible freak accident.
Absolutely.
I thought it was a small plane,
Yeah.
which they said on the documentary. A lot of people thought it was just a small engine plane. And I was like, oh, my God, that's terrible.
Yeah.
And then
The second plane you knew.
bam.
Second
What?
plane you knew. Yeah.
And they was just saying what a beautiful day it was that day. And, it was definitely just an attack on America. They started out with George Bush at the school with the children. And, I just felt so bad for him. I mean, imagine being in a schoolroom, like with these children, and reading to them. And you get the news that America's under attack. And they were saying that he was trying to protect the kids. But you could tell he was in ultimate shock.
He was rattled.
Yeah.
I mean, and then the fact that the next step is making sure they protect him.
That's right.
Because
you got to leave them unguarded. Yeah.
And the look on his face.
Oh my gosh.
You will never forget that look on his face.
Stone-faced. Like, what did he
Don't
just tell me?
Don't you think that you had a better appreciation for him after he left the office?
Absolutely.
Yeah, because I wasn't a W fan when he was in office.
I know.
But now that he's out of office, it's kind of like you kind of appreciate it just a little bit more. And it could have something to do with the fact that he and Michelle Obama love each other.
I know.
I mean, like, they're crazy about each other.
But just think how graceful he was during the transition of Obama.
That's how you're supposed to be.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's how Obama was.
And
that's how you're supposed to be.
I think he really, like, when we were under attack like that, he's a Texas boy. The lingo he was using, like, I want to see flies on their eyes. I want you to bring me the head. Like, he was all about going to battle, right? I thought it was interesting when they were in the room trying to figure out the best
Situation room.
Yeah, but how to strategize to start, the attack.
Yeah. So,
and he didn't put the defense secretary in charge. He put the counterterrorism people in charge.
Well, one thing about this, so this follows the whole time they're trying to get Osama bin Laden.
Yeah.
Kudos to President Obama at the time, because when they told him and they sent him all the intelligence that they knew where Osama bin Laden was, his strict order was, don't tell anybody. 3 people knew exactly what was going on.
And he played it right.
And he played it so well.
He played it. He took a big risk, but he played it.
But you took a big risk because you had, in the Situation Room, you asking Joe Biden and Gates, I think, would you attack and get Osama? And they said no.
Yeah, they said.
Had they said no, he probably would still be out there today.
Absolutely. They said it wasn't enough intelligence.
Yep.
The Gates guy was scared because he was under Carter's administration, where Carter made a big mistake during his administration, and it was the ruin of his whole political career. But Obama was basically like, I thought it was interesting how they went back to the reporter, the journalist, and said, what video footage do you have from that interview?
Absolutely.
So they could see the cadence of the walk of Osama, just to make sure.
The intelligence that they had was so sophisticated because they show a shadow.
That's right.
Of image every day that was the pacer that was walking. And it's so many never before seen images that will shock you.
Yeah.
I was totally intrigued and captivated by this documentary.
Yeah.
The guy that they
killed him.
But Tiffany, the thing that was the best for me was how they assimilated a house.
Yes.
Just like the house where he was located, and they were able to tear it down every day. Such sophistication, such intelligence. Because they didn't know what the
floor plan was. They knew what it looked like on the outside, but they didn't know what the floor plan was. And they had to take it down every day because they didn't want
anybody to see it. Yeah. But the way they knew how that house was mapped out, though, Tiffany, I think they did know.
No, they didn't know the inside, but they ran it 100. The guy said they did over 100 drills.
Right.
Every which way things could go wrong. And good thing that they did, because things did go wrong when they went there.
It did.
I love the man who actually killed Osama.
He said he was much skinnier and much taller than he thought.
And he showed his face. Some of these guys' faces were blurred out.
Yeah, but it's past so many years now,
But, honey, you never know, child. Because that one girl that worked for the CIA, she was in the dark.
She wasn't ready to come out.
She was like, I
mean, here's the thing. It was such a captivating documentary for me. I love political documentaries. You can always get me on political documentaries. But all the intelligence and the behind scenes, the stuff that we don't know. We're running around Nashville carrying on about our lives. And the day before he was killed, President Obama and his attorney general, everybody was at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, which I love. I love watching that. It's a C-SPAN every year. Hadn't been a few years, but anyway.
Nobody watches anymore since Obama.
Right. I watched it with Joe Biden, though.
Oh, yeah.
I did. I watched it with Joe Biden. But that day before was May 1st.
I know.
And
the comedian joked about it.
And the comedian joked about it with Seth Meyers. He joked about it. And everybody knew. Those 3 people knew.
That's right.
And then the next day, President Obama comes on and he says they captured him. But what also was funny to me, it wasn't funny, I would say, the dignity and strength of American leaders that back then.
Yes.
The dignity and strength of the American leaders that we had back then. How they still respected his Muslim faith and made sure that he was taken care of in 24 hours after they had
wrapped
killed
him in a shroud and put him in the Indian Sea.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
It was well done.
Excellent. It's 3 parts.
And I was just so proud that Obama was the one to end it, because I think it might have been episode 2 where they said if they just had the support of the military on the ground, they would have caught him back then.
Yeah.
But they didn't have enough support.
Yeah.
So, guys, it's really, really...
that's a very good documentary.
It is. Thank you for making me watch it.
Yeah, it's good.
Champagne moment for sure.
Thank you. Champagne moment. All right, now it's time for What You Watching. season. Real Housewives of Miami.
They are back on Bravo.
Oh, Alexia.
And everybody.
Alexia.
I know. Everybody is like unlucky at love this season.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Alexia's husband just basically came in one day and was like, I don't want to be with you, and left the house, took all his things. She comes home and he's gone.
Yeah.
It's got to be more to the story here.
But it seems like she's still trying to...
Oh, no, she's in love with him.
Yeah.
For sure. Like, she wants to be with him.
Yeah. This franchise is probably my... I like it, but it's my least favorite.
Okay.
But I like it.
Yeah.
Like, my favorite is Utah, honestly, because Utah was off the chain. And then Beverly Hills and New York. Mm-hmm. New York, this last season wasn't good.
I love Beverly Hills. And
yeah,
Orange
Beverly
County.
Hills is fine. But this one it's a lot. Nobody's happy right now.
Nobody's happy. And then, oh, girl, Larsa. Pippen is a mess. Now, let me just tell you about her to me.
A whole mess.
There's been so many women on this show that have gone through something, cried, like when they are at their emotional, like just worse.
Right.
And Larsa hardly ever sheds a tear. But baby, this woman is sobbing over Michael Jordan's son.
I mean, the money. It's a Jordan money, girl. It's
is
Nike.
that what she crying about?
Nike, girl,
or is she just, I think she's also embarrassed.
She should be. I mean, you mess with your husband's teammate's son.
I know.
You should be.
No, she's
be.
like mortified. Like,
as you should be.
Because how he's putting her out there on social media. Because, you know, social media is everything for her.
Yeah.
That's her bread and butter.
Yeah.
And he is embarrassing her. He is saying these horrible things about her, exposing their love life, like sex life, like it's bad.
What's he saying about that?
It's like he's just talking about her. Like, you know, she's a hoe and slut, and like, it's just bad.
I believe that.
And
I do.
But, and come to find out, she's saying that he was, you know, kind of mean to her throughout the relationship.
Really?
Yeah. So she's having a hard time with it, and she's crying every 5 minutes. And I can't stop watching her cry because I've never seen her.
Okay, but what about
affected.
Lacey and Lenny? What about Lenny is his fiance? They're no longer together now.
Good.
And does he want her back?
I don't know.
I hope she doesn't go back to Lenny.
Well, honey, and this man that she's with, he didn't have more
Botox
plastic surgery
than her.
His poor eyes won't close. He's not cute to me. And then our girl Gertie, I love me some Gertie. Gertie's trying to get back on track, you know.
I'm glad she's cancer-free.
She's cancer-free, but she's like, there's so much like carcass around me. She's trying to, you know, revive her marriage, you know, to where he doesn't feel like he's got to take care of her. You know what I mean? Which I love Gertie's husband. I think he's sweet.
Julia is not my favorite. I actually could fast forward when she's on her.
Yeah.
And what's her?
Martina.
Yeah.
They have
I didn't
adopted
like
two boys.
Yeah,
and she's cancer free now, Martina.
Yeah. But how Gertie came up and spoke to them,
I
and
know.
Martina. Yeah.
No, it's a little extra for TV.
Yeah.
It is.
I wasn't a fan of that.
And then our other girl, she's got her young man.
Adriana.
Yeah, Adriana.
They were kissing in the party, huh? She said she brought in her 6'4" guy, and everybody was looking.
Honey, girl.
Yeah.
But I will say, Adriana always has the tea, baby. She does.
She
So yeah, I'm gonna keep watching. I love these girls.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Mm-hmm. All right, so next we have Sirens. What did you think about Sirens? Was that your favorite, Tiffany?
No.
It wasn't.
Now everybody in it, I love. I love me some Julianne Moore.
Kevin
she can
Bacon.
do no wrong. Kevin Bacon, who looks amazing, by the way.
He refuses to age.
Okay, I could pat the knee. Okay?
Yeah, he could get his knee pat. I agree.
Yeah. Footloose, my man.
Yeah.
Like he's looking good.
Yeah.
You know, it was interesting.
So I like those kind of dramas. The preppy vineyard upstate. I love that kind of stuff. So I thought it was good. The girl that played in Game of Thrones, wasn't she in Game of Thrones? She was Devin.
No, she played in the House of Dragons.
House of Dragons, yeah. So basically, everybody,
It's
what
about
this
two
is,
sisters.
yeah, what it's about. It's about two sisters. One sister has left the coop, and she is now in this upper crust of who's who in New York. They're doing
Yeah, she works as Julianne Moore's assistant.
Yeah. And so the other sister comes there to visit her because their father has dementia.
That's right.
And I love her father.
And she doesn't want to do it by herself anymore, and she wants her to come home.
Yeah, it's very opulent. It's very pastel colors. It's very cultish because everybody says, hey, hey. Hey.
But I love the ending. I thought that was an interesting twist.
So, did you like the ending?
How Julianne kind of got
booted.
booted.
But you left the same day of the party.
Well, she had to.
It just didn't. It
Her
just
husband
to
didn't
me.
want her no more.
I agree. I get that, but to me, it was it wasn't authentic.
Okay.
I didn't think it was authentic. You get on the ferry.
Yeah.
On the day of the biggest party that you all have.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, and I did think the ending was a little rushed.
Yeah.
It was a little rushed.
And I'll be honest with you, this was 5 episodes. Yeah, I guess it could have been done 5.
Yeah.
I was okay with 5.
5 was enough.
Yeah.
So yeah, it has a little twists and turns in it. It's kind of a mystery in a way in between, in the middle of it. But great performances by everybody.
I agree.
And beautiful scenery. So
everybody's in pastels. Preppy's in pastels, which I love.
And they're all rich and beautiful.
Yeah. So honorable mention, this is not part of what you're watching, but this has been on when we were on hiatus, which was a fabulous show. And I'm glad that it's back for a second season, but forever.
Yes.
Forever was so good. So good.
It was amazing, guys. If you've not watched it, I mean, it is the ultimate teen love series. The one thing I love, and I was telling Toni this, is the parents of the son. Just stellar performance. But this is what I'm talking about when I talk about Tyler Perry, y'all. Is examples of hardworking, upper middle class, Black people raising Black children in the right way, right? And these two people that did this, I mean, they just did an amazing job. The son suffered from...
He had learning differences.
He did.
Learning differences,
But strong Black mother. Strong, okay? Call me. I'm not saying you can't go.
So,
yes,
is it my turn? Is it my turn?
Go ahead.
So remember when I told you I watched this, I was like, I got everything she said. I understood everything she said, and I was sitting there like, that's me. That's me. That's something I would say. That was such every Black family that is raising a boy and a girl. A boy or a girl, whatever, they need to watch this movie.
Absolutely.
They need to watch this series. It was based on a Judy Blume book, and Mara Brock Akil
did phenomenal.
She did an excellent job, and it was signed up for
touches.
season 2. Everything she touches turns.
Yeah.
And if you're not familiar, she's with The Game. The show The Game. She's done a lot. Girlfriends.
She's great with love stories.
She is.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is if you are a Black family and you're trying to raise your child, it's like you can't do everything else that Johnny does. That's right? It's a different thing. You get her. You get the daddy. You get the daddy where the daddy's like, listen, your mama's in the other room. Okay, listen, this is me and you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like when he said, I got a girlfriend, Dad, and she's Black. He said, you should have led with that.
You should have led with that. Yeah. Keisha. She said Keisha?
Yeah.
Black Keisha?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even Keisha's mother, who was a single mom, held it down, but her and Keisha were very close.
Yeah.
And then her biological father, when he came back, he was a little loony.
Yeah.
But
he plays in a lot of Mara Brock Akil stuff too. He does. He plays in a lot of her stuff.
He kept it 100 with that little girl.
Yeah.
And he was with all his faults, he was a good dad.
Yeah, he was.
So y'all got to check it out.
It is an excellent movie, especially if you're raising a black teenager.
That's right.
I will tell you that right now, because that mama was me all day long. Was it not?
I agree.
Was it not? I was like,
no, she's strong, beautiful, and she's actually from Nashville.
She's from that. Tanya Singh, our good friend Tanya. Hey, Tanya told us she's from Nashville. So I think that's we need to try to make some type of connection.
We got to find her. Her last name is Pittman.
Karen Pittman. Yeah. And then, of course, Woody. Anything Woody Harris does, we love. He is aging gracefully.
I know. He's so good.
I'm so glad this was picked up for a second season. I'm so glad that it was told. It was a Judy Blume novel, which I remember reading Judy Blume novels when in elementary school, but from a black perspective.
That's right.
And that is amazing. That is amazing.
And it was beautifully done.
It really was.
So we could not, go another episode without talking about Forever.
There's so many other episodes that we could be talking about that we've been watching, but we'll save it for next month.
Yes, we will. So guys, thank you for joining us for another episode.
See you next time.
Peace.
Bye.
And that's a wrap for this week's episode of Popcorn and Champagne.
Where the popcorn is hot, the champagne reels are hotter, and we never miss a good binge.
Don't forget to like and follow us on all our socials at popcorn_champagne on Instagram and Facebook, and also on YouTube, Popcorn and Champagne.
And if you love what you heard or even liked it a little, leave us a review and tell a friend. Sharing is caring, and we love hearing from our fellow streamers.
Until next time, we want to know what you're watching.